A warm hello to all the listeners. You are tuned into 91.2 Hz community radio of Uttarakhand Open University, Hello Haldwani, and I am Dr. Shruti Pant Banerjee. Today is Pochishe Boishakh, the 25th day of Bengali month of Boishakh. It is the birthday of Rabindranath Tagore, and I want to begin with the fact that still stops me every time I say it out loud. This one man wrote the national anthem of India and the national anthem of Bangladesh. Two sovereign nations, one pen. There is no other example of this anywhere in the world. Rabindranath Tagore was born in Calcutta in 1861. He died in 1941. In between, he wrote over 2,200 songs, more than 1,000 poems, 8 novels, dozens of plays, and hundreds of short stories. He won the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1913, the first non-European in history to do so. He painted thousands of canvases, starting after the age of 60. He founded a university, he returned his knighthood to the British Crown in protest after the Jallianwala Bagh massacre. And yet, when most people think of Tagore, they think of a portrait on a wall, a name on a school, a distant reverential figure. I want to argue in the next few minutes that Tagore is not distant at all, that he is speaking directly to the life you are living right now in 2026. Let's start with the poems. In 1905, during the partition of Bengal, when political pressure was tearing communities apart and many people chose silence over solidarity, Tagore wrote Akla Cholo Re, Walk Alone. If no one answers your call, if everyone turns away, then light your own torch and walk. Jodi tor ডাক শুনে কেউ না আসে তবে একলা চলো রে. If no one responds to your call, then walk alone. I want you to think about how many times in the last year that line applied to your life. At work, at home, in some dream you've stopped mentioning because no one seems to understand it. Tagore gave you that right to walk alone without apology 120 years ago. His poem, Shonar Tori, The Golden Boat, tells of a farmer who loads his entire harvest onto a passing boat. The boat takes everything and then sails away without him. He is left on the bank alone with nothing but the memory of what he gave. Shunno nodir tire rohino pori. Jaha chilo liye gelo shonar tori. I was left alone on the empty riverbank as the boat sailed away. How many of us have given everything to something, a job, a relationship, a cause, and watched it sail away? Tagore wrote this in 1894. The riverbank changes, the loneliness is identical. Then there are the stories. Tagore is considered as the father of Bengali short story. And in his collection, Golpoguchha, he had a radical habit. He wrote about people nobody else thought were worth a story. Take, for example, Kabuliwala, which was published in 1892. It is about a large Afghan peddler named Rehmat, who sells dry fruits on the streets of Calcutta. He befriends a little girl named Minnie. Their friendship across age, culture, and language is the whole story. And near the end, there is a line so simple it splits you open. এই সংসারে কি আমিও তোমার মতো কারো বাপ নয়? Am I not also someone else's father just like you? In a world where immigration is a political battlefield, where the foreigner is reduced to a debate, Tagore wrote this in 1892 and asked, what is he missing? Whose face does he see when he looks at your child? We are still struggling to answer that question. His novels do the same. Take the urgent question of today. Gora, written in 1910, follows a fierce nationalist who has built his entire identity on religion and caste, and then he discovers the truth of his birth. And everything collapses. Near the end, he says, আজ থেকে আমি কারো ছোট নই, কারো বড় নই, আজ আমি শুধু ভারতীয়. From today, I am not lesser than anyone nor greater than anyone. Today, I am simply Indian. In an age of identity politics where caste, religion, community, and nationality are used as weapons, Gora asks what remains when you strip all of that away. Tagore's answer was a human being. Just that. It was radical in 1910. It may be more radical today. And Chokher Bali, published in 1903, gives us Binodini, a young widow in colonial Bengal. The rules of her world are clear. Be invisible, want nothing, need nothing. She refuses. Quietly, in every small decision, she insists she exists. Tagore wrote her line over a century ago. জীবন দিয়ে যে জীবন ঢেকে রাখতে হয় সেই জীবন জীবন নয়. A life that must be concealed behind another life is no life at all. I know people living that concealed life right now, in offices, in families, online, performing the version of themselves that others require. Binodini is not a historical character. She might be listening to all of this. His plays push us further. Rokto Korabi, Red Oleanders, written in 1926, is set in a fictional city where workers in a gold mine are not called by their names, they are numbered. They exist to produce. A woman named Nandini arrives and does something dangerous. She insists on calling people by their names. She insists they are human. The system cannot tolerate her. তুমি কি জন্মেছো শুধু পাথার চাপা খাবার জন্যে? তুমি কি মানুষ? Were you born only to be crushed under stone? Are you not a human being? When your value to an algorithm is your engagement rate, when corporations hold your data but not your dignity. Rokto Korabi is not a historical play, it is a mirror. Tagore held it up in 1926, and we are still building the city he warned us about. On this Pochishe Boishakh, on his 165th birthday, I want to leave you with one thought. Gurudev doesn't need our celebration. The Nobel Committee took care of this in 1913. What I think we need, all of us, is to be a little more Tagore adjacent. Notice the people nobody else is writing about. Walk alone when you have to. Ask who is really behind the screen making the decisions. Refuse to live a life that has to be hidden behind another life. And sometimes, just sometimes, put on a Robindra Sangeet at 2 in the morning and let it find you. That's when it works best. Jete nahi dibo, tomar haath dhorte chai. I will not let you go. I want to hold your hand. He left us in 1941, but he refused to go. He is in Anthem playing in 2 countries every morning. He is in the song that finds you in grief. He is in every story ever written about someone no one else noticed. And Rabindranath Tagore is in every person who ever had to walk alone and did it anyway. Shubho Pochishe Boishakh, happy birthday to Gurudev.